Hello everyone, welcome to my channel EduTalks with Nazia. So today I am going to tell you about and explain you about the 74th Amendment Act of 1992. So let's start. This act has added a new part 9A to the Constitution of India. So which new part? 9A. This part is entitled at the municipalities and consists of provisions from Article 243P to 243ZG. In addition, the Act has also added a new 12th schedule to the Constitution. This schedule contains 18 functional items of municipalities. It deals with Article 243W. The Act gave constitutional status to the municipalities. It has brought them under the purview of justiciable part of the Constitution. In other words, the state governments are under constitutional obligation to adopt the new system of municipalities in accordance with the provisions of the Act. The Act aims at revitalization and strengthening the urban government so that they function effectively as units of local government. So now I am going to start with the salient features of the Act. So firstly, three types of municipalities. The Act provides for the constitution of the following three types of municipalities in every state. First is Nagar Panchayat, by whatever name called, for a transitional area. A municipal council for a smaller urban area. A municipal corporation for a larger urban area. But there is one exception. If there is an urban area where municipal services are being provided by an industrial establishment, then the governor may specify that area to be an industrial ownership or township. In such a case, municipality may not be constituted. The governor has to specify a transitional area, a smaller urban area to a larger urban area, keeping in the view the following factors: population of area, density of population, revenue generated for the local administration, percentage of employment in non-agricultural activities, economic importance, such other factors as he may deem fit. So this is all the reasons. After that, we are going to see the composition. All the members of the municipalities shall be elected directly by the people of municipal area. For this purpose, each municipal area shall be divided into territorial constituencies to be known as wards. They were divided into wards. So, the state legislature may provide the manner of election of the chairperson of the municipalities. Person having special knowledge or experience in municipal administration without the right to vote in the meeting of municipality. The member of Lok Sabha and the state legislative assembly representing constituencies that comprises wholly or partly the municipal area. The members of Rajya Sabha and the state legislative council registered as electors within the municipal area. The chairperson of committees other than ward committees. So next function is or next feature is wards committees. There shall be constituted a wards committee consisting of one or more wards within the territorial area of municipality having population of 3 lakh or more. The state legislature may take provision with respect to the composition and the territorial area of the ward committees, and the manner in which the seats of the ward committees shall be filled. There are also other committees instead of ward committees. So in other committees, the state legislature is also allowed to make any provision for the constitution of the other committees. Chairperson of such committees may be made members of the municipalities. Now I am going to start with reservation of seats. This is very important feature. The Act provides for the reservation of seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in every municipalities in proportion of their population to the population in the municipal area. Further, it provides for the reservation of not less than 1/3 of total number of seats for women, including the number of seats reserved for the women belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The state legislature may provide for the manner of reservation of offices of chairpersons in the municipalities for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and women. It may also make any provision for the reservation of seats in any municipalities or any offices of the chairperson in municipal fees favor or backward classes. The reservation of seats as well as the reservation of offices of chairperson in the municipalities for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes shall cease to have effect after the expiration of the period specified in Article 334, which is presently 70 years, that is till 2020. Now we are going to see the duration of municipalities. The Act provides for a 5-year term of office of every municipality. However, it can be dissolved before the completion of its term. Further, the fresh elections to be constituted in municipalities before the expiry of its duration of 5 years, or in the case of dissolution before the expiry period of 6 months from the date of its dissolution. But where the remainder of the period for which the dissolved municipalities would have continued is less than 6 months, it shall not be necessary to hold any election for the constitution the new municipalities for such period. Moreover, a municipality constituted upon the dissolution of a municipality before the expiration of its duration. The Act also makes two more provisions with respect to dissolution. A municipality must be given a reasonable opportunity to being heard before its dissolution, and no amendment of any law for the time being in force shall cause dissolution of a municipalities before the expiry of the 5 years term. Now we are going to see the disqualifications. A person shall be disqualified for being chosen as or for member of municipalities if he is so disqualified under any law made by the state legislature. However, no person shall be disqualified on the ground that is he is less than 25 years age, and if he has attained the age of 21 years. Further, all questions of disqualifications shall be referred to such authority as the state legislature determines. Now we are going to see the State Election Commission. The superintendence of direction and control of the preparation of electoral rolls and the conduct of all elections to the municipalities shall be vested in the State Election Commission. Next is powers and functions. So the state legislature may endow the municipalities with such powers and authorities as may be necessary to enable them to function as instruction of self-government. Such a scheme may contain provisions for the devolution of powers and responsibilities upon the municipalities. The preparation of plans for economic development and social justice, implementation of schemes for economic development and social justice. Now I am going to start with application to union territories. The provisions of this part are applicable to the union territories, but the President may direct that they would apply to union territory subject to such exceptions and modifications as he may specify. So there are many exempted areas. The Act does not apply to the scheduled caste and tribal areas in the states. It shall also not affect the functions and powers of the Darjeeling Gorkha Hill Council of West Bengal. However, the Parliament may extend the provisions of this part to the scheduled areas and tribal areas subject to the such exceptions and modifications as it may specify. So I think I explain you many features of 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. Now there are 3 to 4 features, so I will go through. First is finances and finance commission, audit and accounts. So finance commission, the finance commission which is constituted for the panchayat shall also for every 5 years review the financial position of municipalities and make recommendations of the governors. After that we have audit of accounts. The state legislature may provisions with respect to the maintenance of accounts by municipalities and the auditing of such accounts. Next is Metropolitan Planning Committee. Every metropolitan area shall have a Metropolitan Planning Committee to prepare a draft development plan. The state legislature may make provisions with respect to the following: the composition of such committees, the manner of election, the representation in the subcommittees, the functions of such committees, the manner of election of chairperson of such committees. In preparing the draft development plan, a metropolitan planning committee shall have regard to the plans prepared by municipalities and the panchayats in the metropolitan area, the overall objective and priorities set by the Government of India and the Government of States, the extent and nature of investment likely to be made in metropolitan area by agencies of the Government of India, of the Government of State and other available resources, whether financial and otherwise. Now we have bar to interference by court in electoral matters. The Act bars to interference by the court in electoral matters of municipalities. It declares that the validity of any law relating to the delimitation of constitutions or allotment of seats to such constitutions cannot be questioned in any court. So, the allotment of seat to such constituencies cannot be questioned in any court. It further lays down that no election to any municipalities is to be questioned except by an election petition represented to such authority and such manner as provided by the state legislature. So I hope you will get enough information about the 74th Amendment Act and the salient features of 74th Amendment Act. So quickly we will revise what we did. So firstly we saw the 74th Amendment Act of 1992, which is included in the Part 9 of the Constitution, which contains Article 243P to 243ZG. The composition and salient features include 3 types of municipalities: duration of municipalities, ward committees, reservation of seats, disqualification, powers and functions, finances, audit of accounts, district planning committees, finance commission, metropolitan planning committees. We also saw the exempted areas, constitutions of existing laws and municipalities, bar of interference by court in electoral matters. So in my next video I will deal with 12th schedule. So like, share and subscribe my channel.